Nelly, this week you obviously saw the current team at the baseline supporting you guys. What's it like for you to see not only that team, but your brother?
It's real cool for me, man. Like, speaking to the team part, we built the culture here for sure, and it shows now. Like, it's pretty obvious, I think, in all the things that's been happening recently, especially this. And having my brother there is like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's real surreal, to be honest. Like, he's here, and I just hope all the Pitt fans are ready for what my brother's gonna do. So that's more important than what's happening right now. I hope everybody's ready, got your popcorn ready, because my brother's here.
I asked Gil something similar. You had a great week with the alumni here, obviously with the current team, like I said. But how do you maintain this culture between the alumni and the current team when you guys all go off to different countries to play this year?
It's definitely hard because the time difference is something I experienced last year overseas, and it's hard to watch games and keep up and stuff like that. But I think that's the important part of when it's real. It's genuine love, and it's actually not just for to say we have a culture. I actually care, so I'm going to stay up late. Like, that's just what it's going to be, and a lot of us are going to do the same thing. Like, if you actually care about it, you're going to make the sacrifice to do so. So that's what you got to do. That's what we're going to continue to do.
So what's that tell you about where the program's at when this is happening?
The program's on the rise. It's wherever we were at initially, I don't know, but I know right now we're definitely going like this, and we're going to continue to do that in the hands of Coach Capel and the staff and the players that we have now, and the camaraderie of all the alumni as well.
Nelly, you had a moment with Blake the game 2 days ago, and then one with Bub and during the game where you went over to them. Would you mind sharing what you guys were talking about?
I honestly don't know what we talked about, to be honest with you, but like I said, it's genuine with me. So if I see my guys, I haven't seen Bub or Blake in a long time, so my eyes lit up. Oh, there goes my guys. I'm gonna go. I don't care if I was in the game. My eyes light up. I see my guys. I'm gonna go say hi. So that's just something I do. It's just the person I am, I guess.
Nelly,
Bub and Blake both here tonight?
Yeah. Yep.
Nelly, how would you describe what the emotion was like out there?
When you playing for $1 million, every possession matters. I'd say that. So just every little thing, every little detail. It's hard, but it's one of those things where you just want to win, and it overcomes you because it doesn't matter what's going on out there. You remember in the back of your head that you might get zelled $90,000 if you keep winning. So I think it just makes you have to go a little harder for sure.
I mean, you guys hadn't played Penn State, but it seemed like from the beginning, obviously it was a rivalry. Did you have that feel, and when did that really kind of take hold for you?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because the rivalry games are usually like in college, so you're getting a chance to scout the guys and you really know the team. For us, we don't know them much. They didn't know us much. It was just lingering that it's supposed to be a rivalry, so we kind of just played into that, I guess. Like, there's no real hatred for none of us. I wouldn't say so, but it's just if you know, and it felt like that. So you had to engage in it.
Even with the talking, it wasn't a hatred. It was more just.
No, it's just competitive stuff. Just when we got Pitt basketball team doing what they're doing, the guys, they're gonna respond. I would hope so. I mean, you can't keep calling people all them types of names they're calling them and expect people not to reply.
You dropped 23 tonight. I mean, what went into your performance just to lead this Pitt team, even though the loss obviously is not what you wanted?
To be honest with you, I've been getting my legs under me every game, and I think today was just me being able. I played 32 minutes, and I was able to continue to just get my legs really. Like, I haven't played since I left overseas, so I've been working out, but it's nothing like playing a game. So today's just another situation. It was going to continue to happen. That's how I felt. Go ahead.
Nelly, you talked about the West Virginia game being a revenge match for some of you guys. You guys haven't played Penn State in a while, but was the rivalry more intense against Penn State than West Virginia?
No, it wasn't. We wanted that West Virginia game. I wanted that West Virginia game too. They beat us by like 30 in our home court, which you guys remember. One of the more embarrassing moments of my life. So it felt good to say I'm 1-1 now. I'm keeping that, and whatever. We play pickup game for our tiebreaker, but we're 1-1 now. I'm taking that.
Quick question you had mentioned about you. Do you feel, how much of a step forward do you think you've taken in your game since Pitt fans last saw you play?
I think I've taken a huge step just with maturity. I was already a mature guy, but going overseas challenges you in different ways, and I think I just grew as a person. I grew as a player. I just grew up a little more, and I think now I consider myself a pro, not a college player. So I kind of have to play good every day. That's how I approach the game now. Before it was more I'm immersed in the college environment and trying to do whatever to win. Now it's like, no, I have to play well. I'm a pro, so I have to do what I do for sure. It's just a little different approach.
Kind of going off of that a little bit before what Jeff was asking, when you look back at when you transferred to Pitt after Bowling Green, after Colgate, what are your thoughts on that decision you made? And are you excited about that decision still? Do you think it paid off?
I think it was one of the better decisions I've made in my life for sure. when I transferred from Bowling Green, I had to sit out a year. Had I not sat out that year, I wouldn't have even been able to do the last year at Pitt. So everything happened for a reason, and I think now it just shows that, you know, I came here with a plan to help rebuild this culture here and help get back to the winning ways, and I think it's pretty obvious that I wasn't lying when I told you guys I was going to do that. So I feel good about it for sure.
Nelly, speaking about culture, you know, Blake Hinson's fresh off of summer league appearance, and he was rebounding for you guys when he first got here. Just, you know, what is it like he's fresh off,
Right.
and he's here to support you guys?
It's actually a great question because it's an interesting feeling. I had the same thought when I seen him rebounding first. I'm like, wow, it's crazy that Blake's, I don't know the word for it, but he's humble enough to even do something like that. You know, he don't have to do that. He can be sitting up in the press box and looking down on the game. Like, he could do that and nobody would feel away, but that's not who Blake is. And it's just, like we said, it's a part of the culture. Like, Blake is Pitt basketball. He embodies that, and it shows you when he'll come to a TBT game and rebound for you as guys because it's true love, genuine.
With the TBT, I mean, what will you take from this last week going into your next adventure overseas?
I think I would just take, you know, being a professional, there's things you have to do, there's things you can't do, and there's just things that I think I learned out here where, you know, you're going to play with different groups of guys, you got to find your way. And I'm not known as a spot-up shooter or nothing like that. I'm not known as certain things, but as a professional, you have to do what you got to do. And I think it's just a growing experience for me to know that you got to get it how you get it.
Appreciate you, Mel.